Hello everyone, I am Kuldeep Singh. I am a postdoc fellow at Carnegie Mellon University. Today I'll be talking about my research on what makes phishing email hard to detect for humans. As we all know, that phishing is an attempt to steal sensitive information of an end user by deceiving them and pretend it as a trustworthy entity. Attacker use social engineering attack or techniques to exploit human vulnerability, such as humans have or make their own decision based on their past experiences and memories from those experiences, and we usually pay attention to some details more than the other because of our limited attention to catchy content or keywords, and attacker try to exploit our biased attention. We also have a tendency to believe that messages that look familiar have benign consequences. Instance-based learning theory explains that decisions are made based on a memory retrieval. In particularly, the recency and frequency of event influence the way we make our decisions. So in Gonzalez et al. In 2010 and Brunston et al. In 2011 explained that if the experiences are similar in nature, the accuracy of actual decision would be low. In 2019, Cranford et al. Also explained that there are highly likely chances of selecting an option from memory which have similar attribute. For example, I would tend to reply the email which are coming from my colleague or a friend because the sender address is similar to my past experiences. Cyber attackers use strategies such as typo squatting to craft effective phishing email to deceive end users. They used these typo squatting in URL or sender address and sometimes in subject line as well. And because of our biased attention, we usually miss these minor details, and we attacker got success to deceive us. In this research work, we identify email features that human may rely on and investigate which particular feature make a phishing email difficult to detect by humans. To do so, we used a data set from our past experiment on phishing detection making, which were conducted in 2018 and 19. These experiments were designed to understand the cognitive mechanism which is crucial to human learning and decision making in the context of phishing attacks. The dataset from these experiments contained responses from 818 different participants, and each participant in the dataset responded to 60 unique emails, making a binary choice or binary decision whether the email presented to them is a phishing or not. The response was considered accurate if the participant correctly detected a phishing email and incorrect if the participant had classified a phishing email as a ham email. These 60 emails presented to each participant were randomly drawn from a larger pool of 239 unique emails that include 186 phishing email and 53 ham emails. Our data set have approximately 48,000 responses, which includes approximately 19,500 phishing and 28,400 ham emails. Initially, we calculated detection accuracy of email when a participant correctly classified a phishing email as phishing and responses was accurate. Otherwise, it was an inaccurate. We have calculated the mean hit rate per email averaging across all human responses to that email. As shown in the bar graph, you can where y-axis represent the number of email and the x-axis represent the detection accuracy of the email. The distribution of phishing emails suggests the negative skew with a mean of 0.2 and a median of 0.85. So there are good number of emails which have higher detection accuracy, and on the other side there are some number of email which have a lower detection accuracy. So it will be interesting to discover what are the features that make these phishing email more or less difficult to detect by humans. So we expanded our email dataset by collecting annotation of 6 features that are important in phishing classification according to past literature. Those features are sender mismatch, request credential, urgency, offer, suspicious subject, and link mismatch. As you can see in the image, this is an example email from our dataset, and we have highlighted some of some of the phishing email features by yellow lines. You can see as in the sender address support@paypal.com, the attacker used typo squatting and replace with E than A, and try to deceive end user. Similarly, this email have different features such as or offer, and also the content of emails have a sense of urgency which require immediate action from end user, and so that the end user don't get a time and they just try to reply those emails quickly. After finding the important phishing email feature, we use k-means clustering to classify 239 emails, which include 186 phishing email and 53 ham emails. And we classify into 7 clusters using these 6 email features. First, before going with k-means clustering, first we calculated optimal number of cluster using gap statistic method, and then k-means clustering technique were used. K-means clustering technique used dimension reduction to find principal component to visualize the data into clusters. This figure shows that resulting 2 principal component along with their respective correlation. So the first principal component and have 5 features, which is urgent, request credentials, link mismatch, and suspicious subject, and sender mismatch. The second component encompasses one of the 6 variable, which is offer, and you can see on the right hand side of the image. The way it shows correlation between these features and the principal component. The first component have for example 0.8 between urgent and PA. It means that the feature is correlated with principal component 1 with 0.8 correlation. The first component PA accounted for 41.5% of the variance in given data, and the second component PA2 accounted for 21.4% of the variance in the given data. After classifying the email into 7 clusters, we observed that cluster 4, which is the leftmost cluster, have 54 emails, and out of 54, 53 were ham emails and 1 was phishing email. So we can see that the k-means clustering very efficiently classify these emails and classify into different clusters based on their features. So this cluster, the green cluster or cluster number 4, we will be referring as an ham cluster. So the smallest cluster have 15 emails, and the largest cluster, which is on the right side, cluster 1, have 57 emails. So after clustering, we have 1 ham email cluster and 6 phishing email clusters. So in order to test the similarity hypothesis on detection accuracy, we calculated the distance between each cluster center to the ham cluster center. The figure represents the accuracy of each phishing email in each of 6 phishing email clusters, sorted according to their distance to the ham email cluster. The red line represents the mean detection accuracy of cluster, whereas the email in the cluster that are closer to the ham email cluster had a lower accuracy compared to the cluster that were farther away from the ham email cluster. For example, cluster 2 is the nearest cluster and having a distance of 1.06, and the detection accuracy is around 72%. And whereas on the other side, cluster 1 is the farthest cluster having a distance of 1.96, and detection accuracy is around 90%. So because of overlapping features of the phishing email to ham email made the phishing email more difficult to detect, means the phishing email that looks like ham email are difficult to detect in comparison of the decimal emails. Our result demonstrate that the feature of phishing email and their similarity to the ham emails are reliable predictor of the human detection accuracy of a phishing email. The more similar phishing email to ham, the lower the accuracy of detection is. The results also demonstrate the similarity effect in phishing applied decision context. Our regression result also shows that phishing features such as request, credential, urgency, and offer in the email are predictive detection, most predictive features, and the other feature is sender mismatch are less predictive features of detection accuracy. These findings have an important theoretical implication. We can improve current cognitive model of phishing detection to include these important features and measure to similarity of phishing to ham email. We also can use these results to improve human phishing training. Thank you.